Alright, yo, so I'm gonna try to explain Kingdom Hearts under 4 minutes, real quick. Alright, bet. First thing off, we got my boy Sora. Sora's the man. He lives in a little place called Destiny Islands. Now, Destiny Islands ain't no place for no little kids because there's no parents around. It's just a whole bunch of little kids. You got Waka, you got Flocka, you got Flame. Bow, 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 bow. Know what I'm saying? So we got everybody in Destiny Islands and all of that. You got my boy Riku, and then you got this Trick, freaking Kairi. Kairi ho, Trick, whole Trick ho, Kairi. He just came out of nowhere, man. We was cool. We was all having a little fun together and everything, and Kairi had to come ruin everything, man. So anyways, this whole Kairi starts up with me and Riku making us from being boys to being rivals. Now we're fighting, now we're freaking racing each other. We're doing all sorts of things for this hoe. Anyways, long story short, what ends up happening? We end up building a raft, which we call, so that we can get Kairi back to her world. And what ends up happening? We end up losing Destiny Island altogether, my nigga. Can you believe that? My parents gone, everybody gone, just because of this trick. Anyways, my boy Sora ends up finding this thing called a Keyblade. Now, I know it sounds kind of whack, but a Keyblade is the dopest thing that you've ever seen. Now, what a Keyblade does is it locks up worlds, it does a whole bunch of things in it. Now, we got two of my hardest boys who was told by King Mickey to come and help me. That's right, I said King Mickey. King Mickey's up in this here. Not no Mickey Mouse, King Mickey, the thuggest thug in the world, bro. I'm telling you, King Mickey is no joke, man. Just check this out. Bow, 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 bow. He's like a little Yoda. Know what I mean? Anyways, going back to the story. So we got King Mickey who told my boy Donald and Goofy, hey yo, if you see a dude with a key, go find him. He'll lead you to me. Cause he was gone, man. Nobody knew where Mickey was. Ever since this little game called Birth by Sleep, nobody knew where Mickey was. Mickey was just like all over the place, man. The point of the game is to go find Mickey. Originally, not no damn Kairi Trick, Kairi Trick, ho, for no damn reason. Anyways, we end up going through every single Disney World. I'm legit every single Disney World, my nigga. And what do we do in every single Disney World? We end up locking them so that these black things over here, called Heartless, don't take them over. And what's the only way that you can do that? With a thing called a Keyblade. That's right. And who has that thing? My boy Sora. Ah, shit. Now, no Riku. My boy Sora got that Keyblade. That's right. So halfway through the game, you find out that Riku, your own boy, your own hood, yo, like, he's been working for the evil bitch. This trick over here named Maleficent. Now, I ain't talking about no Angelina Jolie Maleficent. This bitch ugly. And I thought blood was sticking to water. Riku, how you gonna do me like that, man? That shit ain't cool, man. Anyways, we find out that Riku's been working for Maleficent this whole time. And we get to this place called Hollow Bastion. And then this is when shit goes down. Not only do we find out that Riku has been playing us off this whole time, but on top of that, he's been helping people collect the 7 Princesses of Heart. Maleficent's job here was to originally just collect these 7 princesses so that she could open a place called Kingdom Hearts so she could take over the whole world. But little does she know, my nigga, that she's being played by this dude who took over Riku's body named Ansem. It rhymes with handsome. Anyways, going back to the story. So Ansem, yo, has been taking over Riku this whole time, and then Donald and Goofy, who are your boys, betray you? Like, yeah, yo, Donald and Goofy freaking go with him because technically he was the one who was supposed to have the Keyblade, and that's messed up and all. So Donald and Goofy go with Riku. Mickey said technically, hey, follow the one with the key. And then at the end of the day, they have a change of heart. They're like, nah, that's my boy Sora. Forget the whole thing that Mickey said. Forget all that. That's my boy right there. And I mean, I know Donald's pretty useless, but I mean, Goofy had our back, yo. Goofy had our back. So what ends up happening after that? Basically, shit hits the fan, yo. Kairi loses her heart, and you find out that it's inside of you. So what you end up doing is, what everybody would do, commit suicide with Riku's Keyblade. Of course, I mean, who wouldn't do that? But you committed suicide and, using Riku's Keyblade, your heart goes back into Kairi, and then Kairi ends up coming back alive. Now, this is the part that devastated everybody. Everybody was like, oh snap, how you just gonna kill the main character like that? Yo, you crazy, Nomura? You so crazy, motherfucker. And then Nomura was like, nah, son, don't worry about it. This is Disney. Technically, we can't kill anybody. So yeah, they didn't really kill him. They made him into a Heartless. And then, I don't know, by some witch power, Kairi knew exactly which Heartless he was, because I mean, they all look the same. And she ends up, you know, doing the ultimate thing to save him, giving him a hug. Yeah, a hug saves Sora. No, I kid you not. Like, play the game. A hug saves Sora. A hug made Sora come back alive and have this sexy moment right here with Kairi. Nah, go get you some, Sora. You go, boy. You go get some. Alright, anyways. While Riku's hating ass was, God only knows at this point, because I mean, he went through the door and nobody saw him again. We find out that Ansem has like taken over Riku's body, and now he's like a whole entity of himself. He's like a person, y'all. So now Ansem, we end up going to this place over here. It's called the End of the World, and we have to stop Ansem from opening Kingdom Hearts, because it ultimately he could like legit take over everything, and we don't want that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So we get to the End of the World. We basically go through all these battles, and we finally get to see, you know, what the whole plan has been. And we find out that Ansem, basically, like I just said, has been trying to take over the world so he could take over Kingdom Hearts and all of that. So we end up, you know, killing Ansem, and he's like, hey, my boy, the only thing that Kingdom Hearts is darkness. And then Sora's like, no, I know now, without a doubt, the Kingdom Hearts is light. And he was like, it's so beautiful. Ah. And he ends up dying, y'all. And who do we see? That snitch Riku standing behind the door, trying to close it from the other side. With my boy Mickey! Yeah! King Mickey up in this bitch. Riku bitch ass and King Mickey are all on the other side, and they're like, no, we will sacrifice ourselves. You must go, Sora. And Sora's like, bet. I'll push that door too, bitch. Betraying ass motherfucker. So he ends up closing the door on him. And then you see that he's like, I'll come get you later though, because you're my boy still. You know, blood thick in the water. Even though we're not blood. But you're still my boy. Alright, bet. Then he ends up seeing Kairi. And Kairi's like, yo, go come get some of this put. And he's like, nah, I don't think I'm ready, Kairi. And he's like, come on, come get some of this put. And he's like, I'm gonna go save Riku. And she's like, what, are you gay? And he's like, no, I'm just gonna go save Riku because he's my boy. I'm pretty, alright, I guess I'll just wait by Destiny Island, I guess, for like the next 4 years and shit, you know, because I got nothing else to do but grow up and get a schoolgirl uniform and all that kind of good stuff. Alright, you go do your thing though. I'll be waiting. Alright, bye, Sora. And Sora's like, woo, she almost took my virginity. And Donald and Goofy was like, nigga, you gay as hell.
Cause you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, bass. Cause you know I'm all about that bass,